just took a blurry photo with your phone. So you download an AI Upscaler app. You know, one of those tools that's supposed to make it crystal clear. You wait 30 seconds. It processes. And then it looks worse than when you started. That's not an accident. And it's not always the app's fault either. Over the last 3 months, we installed and tested 5 of the most popular AI photo upscaler apps. And what we found completely changed how I think about these tools. Some of them are genuinely useful. Some are straight up scams. And one, which has 50 million downloads, literally just stretches your image and calls it magic. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which upscalers are worth your phone's storage space, which ones are wasting your time, and most importantly, when upscaling actually works, and when you're just throwing processing power at a problem that doesn't have a solution. Let's get into it. First, the basics. When you upscale a photo, you're not adding detail that was never there. Let me be really clear about this, because most apps don't explain it. Your camera only captured a certain amount of information. A blurry photo is blurry, because that information was lost when you took it. What modern AI upscalers do is guess what the missing details probably looked like. They've been trained on millions of high-quality images, so they're pretty good at making educated guesses. But they're guesses, not magic. Think of it like if someone smudged a paragraph of text. An AI that's read thousands of books might fill in the smudged words correctly, but it's still reconstructing, not recovering. Sometimes it gets it right. Sometimes it fills in something that was never there in the first place. That's why upscaled photos sometimes look weirdly smooth or have strange textures. The AI is inventing details. Okay, so here's what we actually tested. We took 20 photos, some blurry, some low resolution, some taken in bad lighting. Then we ran them through 5 apps: Upscale, Let's Enhance, Big JPG, Photo Director, and the 5th one I'll get to in a second because it's special. For each photo, we compared the upscaled version to the original. We looked at file size, processing time, visual quality, and whether it actually made the photo better or just made it look different. Let's start with the bad news. 3 of the 5 apps basically just enlarged your photo without adding any real detail. It's like taking a small painting and blowing it up on a poster. Everything just looks pixelated and soft. One of them, I won't name it, but it's extremely popular, adds so much artificial smoothing that your photos look like they've been through a beauty filter. Skin looks plastic. Textures disappear. It's technically better resolution, but visually worse. But here's where it gets interesting. 2 of the apps, Upscale and Let's Enhance, actually delivered noticeable improvements. Not magic, not turning a terrible photo into a professional headshot, but legitimate visible quality gains. Upscale is free and open source. It's slower. We're talking 3 to 5 minutes per photo on a standard laptop. But the results are clean. It fills in details without making things look fake. Let's Enhance is cloud-based, so it's faster, usually under a minute. The quality is slightly better than Upscale for certain types of photos, especially portraits and architecture. But it costs money. We're talking about $2 to $5 per image, depending on your plan. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Upscaling only works well in specific situations. If you took a blurry photo because your camera shook, upscaling can't fix that. It might make it look less blurry, but you've lost the actual detail. If you took a low-res screenshot or compressed your photo to death, that's different. The information's still there, just squeezed. Upscaling can expand it beautifully. Old photos are where these tools shine. Film photos from the 80s or 90s that were scanned at low resolution, upscaling can make them look like they were scanned today. And here's a weird one: meme templates. Upscaling works great on text and simple graphics. If you need a high-res version of a meme format, it actually delivers. Should you install one of these apps? The honest answer: it depends on what you're upscaling and how often you do it. If you're doing it once every 6 months for a special photo, just use Let's Enhance online. Don't install anything. Pay the $2 when you need it. If you're doing this regularly, like if you're a content creator or photographer dealing with old archives, Upscale is worth installing. It's free. The quality is solid. The processing time is the trade-off. But if you're working in bulk, you can let it run overnight. Don't install the others. Seriously. They're either overpriced, they don't work, or they do things you don't want your photos to do. So here's what you actually need to know. Upscaling is real. It works. But it's not a miracle, it's a tool. And like any tool, it's only useful if you're using it for the right job. If you want to try any of the tools mentioned in this video, I've linked everything in the description below. That includes the free Upscale, the web version of Let's Enhance, and a spreadsheet with our full test results, so you can see exactly what each app did to each photo. If this helped you figure out whether you actually need an Upscaler, drop a comment and let me know which app you ended up using. And if you want more deep dives into tech tools that actually work, versus the ones that just look good in the App Store, subscribe. We drop a new video every week. Thanks for watching.